What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. So today we're going to get started in the second of 3 DLCs. To get there, we're going to go back to the Iron Keep, where we fought the boss of that area, the Eagle's Idol. And all the way past the Primal Bonfire is the entrance to the DLC. This one is probably a little bit larger than the first one we went to. Also, maybe a little bit more difficult. But perhaps my favorite bosses of the game are in this DLC. All right. Well, he doesn't want me to get there. But we will prevail, nonetheless. Here's where we fought the boss. Go behind him. And all the way down. And so this DLC, like the previous one, requires a key item to get in. And just as a refresher, we got this key item in the Salamander Cave in the Forest of the Fallen Giants, right in that room before we fought the last giant. There was a locked door. We got the key to that door in the Iron Keep, and inside of that door is the key item required to access this DLC, to open up this giant metal door. So, yeah. There's no loot in here. This is mainly for summoning folks and whatnot. I think there's, let's see, this is a developer's note. Sign written here is being channeled from somewhere far away. Multiplayer stuff. Open the doors. And for those of you who may notice, my voice is not 100% today. At the end of recording the first DLC, I was starting to lose my voice, and then I had pretty much completely lost it for a couple of days, and now I'm in the process of getting it back. So I'm doing my best here. The show must go on, but it is what it is. All right, so up the elevator, up the stairs. Well, first of all, let's take in this view. This is a pretty incredible view. Very cool area. This is probably my favorite area in the entire game, all things considered. I am a huge fan. I really enjoyed it in my first playthrough as well. And in putting this guide together, it confirms my love for this area. Very cool. So here, this is super important. Pick it up. We get 6 smelter wedges. Now, what these are used for throughout this area, there are 11 what are known as Ashen idols. We're actually about to come across our first one after we cross this chain. And what they are is they are, I guess, remnants of the Ashen Queen, Nadalia. And her essence is within these Ashen idols. And we use the smelter wedges to defeat the Ashen idols. There's no other way to defeat them other than using a smelter wedge. There's 10 of them that we're going to pick up. And as I said, there's 11 statues. We need to defeat all 11 of them. So there's one that we're going to skip since we only get 10 wedges to start. Or 6 to start, and then we pick up 4 later for a total of 10. So the one that we're going to skip is actually this first one. And we're going to come back to it at the very end because we get another one. We get the 11th wedge from defeating one of the bosses. And then so we're going to circle back at the very end and defeat this as the 11th one. And there's a reason why we're skipping this one. I'll explain it later. It'll make more sense. But for this one, just run past it. And each of these idols has a different effect. And oh gosh, we're being invaded by Forlorn. You can invade here. I'm going to get away from the idol because this one casts Firestorm. And so if you're near it, you're just going to take a bunch of damage. There's other ones that like buff the enemies that are around. There's others that cause curse. So some of them, you know, they have different effects. Just beware. So this one, as I said, this first one we're actually going to skip, and it'll make more sense later as to why we're skipping this one. We're going to come back to it later. Whoops, I did not mean to fall down there. That sucked. I was trying so hard to stay away from that Ashen. Well, at least the next time I'm not going to get invaded by Forlorn, but It's a shame. I like to beat Forlorn when I get invaded, but I made a critical mistake there in backing away where there's a giant gap that actually I want to go down. You see the firestorm there? So as I said, we're going to come back and get that one later. I recommend not, this is where I fell to my death, to get the this is where you get the dexterity ring. You're not supposed to fall down from where I fell down. You're supposed to go down these stairs normally, but I need to go back and pick up my souls. So yes, I recommend not using a smelter wedge here. If you use one here, you're gonna have to pick another one to skip over. Because I'll put it this way, it has an impact on one of the boss fights later if you use up all of your smelter wedges before getting there. So I recommend skipping that one. All right. So now we are going to descend. Down here we have another item. Got the old growth bomb. We're just going to keep on dropping down. So some of these statues, they actually contain items. And these guys, fortunately, we can kill most of them in one hit. Right here we got Twilight Herbs. And so you don't have to attack them, you just can run into them. And some of them have like soul items inside of them. So you want to make sure you knock all of them down. Yeah, so this one, for example, has a large Silver Proud Knight. It's not random. They should be in the exact same location for you. These guys that come out of the ash, they're like the Ashen soldiers. Very fortunately for us, we can take them all out in one hit. Very helpful. Now, some of these, they're going to spawn around one of the Ashen idols. And they'll be covered in ash. And that means that they're buffed. You can't kill them. They'll keep respawning. All right, here we've got some rogue water. Okay, so through the next door. And we're going to go down to the ladder. Circle around here for an item. Got some blackweed bomb. So down there is a new type of enemy. They can be a problem. They have a bow that they can like raise telepathically. All right, get the scythe +7. And over here we got some prism stones. At the end of this little pathway, we have a metal chest that has a titanite slab. And you notice the ladder down. We're not going to take the ladder down. I'll show you later where it kind of loops back, but we're not going to take the ladder down because it takes us to a dangerous spot and there's a better way for us to go around right now. Okay, so from here, we're going to drop down right here. And this enemy is kind of patrolling. It's like a floating armor. And they can be tough. They have really powerful attacks. And I said they can raise their bow telepathically and shoot you from far away. All right, so all the way back here, we have a human effigy. Bonfire ascetic. So this is a spot where we are going to use a wedge. We're going to use our first wedge here. And there it is. So to get there, we're going to drop down here. So this is going to place us behind most of the enemies that are going to be a threat to us. And that way we can get to the Ashen idol quickly without much of a threat. So this is going to be difficult. Just make sure you're quick. Get to the Ashen idol first because it'll debuff the enemies. And we need that. So I'm going to drop and plunge attack this guy. Then first thing, run to... So right there, it just buffed the enemies. Use a smelter wedge. Yes. So now you see the ash is going to be off of these enemies, so they're debuffed. They're not going to be quite as powerful, and they are going to be vulnerable again to our attacks. And so now they're going down in one hit, and they're actually going to stay dead. Before, they would not stay dead. And there's a bunch of them. So you don't want to be fighting a bunch of these buffed enemies. So that's why we prioritized using the wedge there. So this was a drop charcoal pine resin. Now this is guaranteed from defeating the Ashen Idol using a smelter wedge. Soul of Nadalia, Bride of Ash. This is very important. It says it's a soul. It's actually a fragment of a soul. There's 12 fragments in total. 11 of them we get from defeating these Ashen Idols. So you want to make sure that you do defeat all these statues. Again, we're going to loop back for that first one later after we kill one of the bosses. Soul of Nadalia, Bride of Ash, who renounced her flesh and wandered Brume Tower. When Nadalia came to this land, the king she sought was no longer there. So in this case, the king was already dead when she got here. As you've noticed, each king has a queen. In each of these kingdoms, there's a king and a queen. In this case, the king was already dead when she got there. Dispirited, she forsook her own soul and clung to the heirlooms of the old king. This is only a fragment of a soul and cannot be used in this state. As I said, yes, it is a fragment. This is the ladder I told you not to go down earlier. You go up that ladder, it'll take you to the metal chest where we got the Titanite slab. So in here, we got Dance of Fire. Very, very important. We need that pyromancy for the trophy related to pyromancies. I'm going to go ahead and make myself human again because it did die there at the beginning. Very embarrassingly. Forlorn. Memed me once again. He has had my number on this playthrough. He's gotten me a couple other times to die very unfortunate deaths. All right, so we're done here at our first experience using the smelter wedge on the Ashen Idol. And there are more to come. All right, so pull the lever to open these big doors. And we're making our way down. So we're going to loop around here. We're going to go to the left first. In one of these, we have an old mundane stone. 2 of them, actually. Another item down here. And behind us spawns another one of these Ashen Knights. Always make sure to watch your 6. As there's stuff popping up all over the place here. Alright, got some Lloyd's talismans. And this wall looks very fake. It is indeed fake. Got 2 metal chests in here. Life gem and herbs. And 2 soul vessels in case you want to respec. Alright, so here I'm actually going to make sure I've got fire arrows equipped because they're going to come in handy. You should have plenty unless you've been using them a lot. The reason I want fire arrows equipped is because in here, you're going to see these dudes walking around with barrels. And those barrels, as you might guess, are explodable. Just blow them up. Like so. So that way, if you walk into that flame and they don't actually attack you, but they'll follow you around and say if that thing blows them up and you're right next to them, then that's gonna go badly for you. Yes, very badly. Lots of explodable barrels in here. Alright, so we're gonna go down the ladder. And so there's another one of those like empty armor suits. And he might be able to, he might show us, yeah, see how he raises his bow? He can shoot you behind that gate, see, because he can raise his bow up like that. So here we're going to pick up the golden fruit bomb. Can I hit him through here? Yes, I can. Wonderful. So we got more of these barrel guys, and if one of them runs into that fire, they're going to all blow up. So you have to be very careful. Alright. Down the ladders. Watch out for enemies and such. So behind that enemy is going to be a weapon. So you want him to step away from the chest so that way you don't hit the chest and break it open by accident. And here we have our sweet, sweet bonfire. I'm going to go on and rest because we're not going to go back to where we just were. So respawning the enemies is not a concern. And this is, we don't want to go in there yet. That's progression. We actually want to go the other way for a twinkling titanite in a treasure chest. Right here. Another one of those guys. See the bow? I actually had iframes to that animation, so that helped me. But get twinkling titanite from that treasure chest. And now we're going to go through the fog wall. My bad. All right, we're back to this kind of central room here. So you notice there's a ladder down. We're not going to go down just yet. Actually, wait a minute. Do we want to go down? I thought this was a different spot. Okay, never mind. Yes, we do need to go down that ladder. And another one of our buddies. You can actually get him to go down this trapdoor. Now, do not walk down the trapdoor yourself. Got more of these guys. Get them to go down. We can blow them up later, and it could help us. See, there's another Ashen idol over there. Get these guys to go down the gap. Just make sure you don't fall down. Pick up the radiant life gems while you're at it. All right, get these guys to go down. Come on. Come on, other way. There you go. Come on. Not gonna cooperate. They're not cooperating at all. Normally, they're much easier to kind of manipulate. There we go. There we go. Good boy. Come on, keep going. Why are you turning around? There you go. See if we can get this last one to cooperate with us. If not, not a big deal. Dude. Come on. There we go. All right, success. Okay, so now, yeah, when I was looking in there and I said don't go down the ladder, I was thinking I was already on this level right here, but I forgot that I had to go down a level to get to this spot. So I was a little bit confused for a second there. All right, so this door is blocked, but you can throw a firebomb, I believe, or you can just do this. And blow it up yourself. Firebomb works as well. And so you want to go behind here because there's an enemy that's going to be throwing firebombs at you if you don't. And so now, you see there's enemies down there. There's also an Ashen idol. So what we're going to do is we're going to blow up these barrel guys, hoping they'll take out some of the enemies. I can get the, if you got to get the right angle on them. Otherwise your arrows, there we go. Just like that. And it worked. There's still two more barrel guys and there's a giant golem over here. It'd be ideal if they would go over there. I mean, I'm not gonna, these guys are pretty tough. I mean, they're not impossible. We're gonna fight several of them in this DLC, but if I could get them over there, that'd be awesome. But so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna drop through this trap door. We're gonna turn around immediately, defeat this Ashen idol, and then get the remaining enemy. Yes, use the wedge. You see, now this guy's all onto us. Fortunately, we have iframes. I'll go on and pick up the flame quartz ring +3. Now I'm gonna head up the ladder, see if I can blow up these other barrel guys, or get them blown up. It'd be awesome. Someone else just just got killed. Here we go. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Work for me. There we go. I don't know if he actually hit the enemy or not, but it was worth a shot. All right, so I'm going to drop down the trapdoor here. We're just going to fight this guy straight up. Now, these guys are tough. They have the flames that like go up, that goes out from their shoulders. It can hurt you. And their regular attacks hurt really bad. Now that we got another guy in here too, kind of problematic. Yeah, you see, I just got splatted. Got this other guy over here trying to make things happen. It came out. So yeah, this is a very dicey area, which is why I said don't drop down when we first got over here. Because if you drop down here from the other side, you have the Ashen Idol buffing all the enemies, and you're fighting them all at once. Because remember, we got a couple of them with the exploding barrel guys, so we were able to be much more strategic and have a better situation than we would have had otherwise had we just dropped in and clear across the other side of the room from the idol. Had to run all the way over here, hit the idol, and have all the enemies alive. It just would have been a bad situation. All right, drop the smelter hammer. And make sure you get the next soul of Nadalia, or the fragment. Make sure you get that that ring we picked up as well. All right, pull the lever to open the doors. So this is a very difficult room. Very difficult room. You want to make sure that you give yourself the best shot you have, but it's easy to mess up. Really easy to get caught in the frenzy. I pick up all the loot. A lot of upgrade materials. So this is another tricky spot. There are some enemies around here that fire projectiles. It can be a little bit sketchy. These attacks hurt. So try to be somewhat strategic about it. These take 2 hits. That other one's spawning behind us, around us, all over the place. So I'm actually going to take cover back here. You know, the witch followed us. I was not expecting that. That actually worked out in my favor there. There's another witch we're gonna take out first. Ah, missed. Yeah, no stamina is a bad thing. There we go. All right, get the human effigy. Don't drop. That's too far of a drop to survive. Okay. It may not be too big to survive, but if you do survive, you're going to take a lot of damage from it. Not worth it when there's just a ladder right there. Definitely overshoots that jump attack there. 2 for 1? No, not quite. All right, so a bunch of the ashes here. Bust them all open. Some of them have items. Okay, another large soul. Soul of a hero, pretty good. And of course, some surprise attacks along the way. All right. Not bad. All right, so down these stairs is this another area. We're going to go through this fog wall first to get a bonfire. You notice the central column is all connected. We've basically just been traversing down the central column. This door's locked. We're going to key for it later. Here is our bonfire. So I'm going to go ahead and rest at it. And what we're going to do is we're going to equip this here Black Witch Veil. And the reason for that is because you notice now when we throw this on, this has 1000 curse resist. What this does is it makes you immune to curse. And so where we got this from was, remember in the gutter when we lit all of those sconces and there was that invader? We killed the invader. This was part of the set that we got from that invader, was this Black Witch Veil. So we want to make sure we have that equipped because it gives us 100% curse resist. I believe you can also buy this from Royal Sorcerer Navlan and Aldia's Keep if you've done his quest, which we have done his quest. You have to be hollow to talk to him. So yeah, that's where you would get it. I believe you can get it there. I'm not 100% positive, but I think you can get it there if you didn't get it from the gutter. Of course, we lit all the sconces in the gutter. Very painstaking process, but we did it. And in this case, it actually ends up being worth it for us because there's a spot with an Ashen Idol. What that Ashen Idol does is that Ashen Idol creates a curse fog when you go down into it before you break the idol. You basically just get cursed over and over again. Get the raw stone. And we're going to cross over this chain. So the thing is once you cross over, there's going to be an invader. And this invader, what he does is if you can't beat him before, he runs down these stairs and he lures you into the curse trap. So Maldron, the assassin, he spawns over here. And it might be possible to kill him before he runs down. But see, he gets around you. Oh, and he just got a backstab on me. Eventually he's going to run down the steps. There he goes. If you're good, you might be able to take him out before he runs down the steps. Alright, so in here we got some more bonfire ascetics. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to run down mostly to the bottom. There's going to be an Ashen Idol that causes this curse. So this black fog, you'd be getting cursed if not for our hood that we have on. I'm going to go all the way down. These enemies are going to be immune. See how they're covered in the ash until you beat this Ashen Idol. You see this guy standing right in front of the idol, which is... So this might be a suicide run. We might get cornered here. If so, we're just going to have to come back. All right, so we got the idol, managed to get away. So now the curse is going to go away. And these enemies are going to be vulnerable. So I'm trying to get isolated encounters. I don't want to be fighting all of them at once here. You got this guy in the middle throwing firebombs. Now the invader actually wants to... Now that the curse is gone, the invader has realized that his trap did not work. So now he'll actually fight us. So not ideal. Oh gosh, those guys are so powerful. I mean, they go down pretty easy, but if they get their combos in, then they can be pretty nasty. So here on the stairs, let's see, there's an item there we're gonna get later. We're gonna get all the items after we're done. It's actually starting at the bottom. We're gonna start from the bottom and work our way up. Whoop. So let's say if you try to get through this area without the veil, you didn't have the veil for whatever reason. Now the veil is pretty much useless because the curse is gone anyways. Oh, my hammer just broke. All right, well, now I've got to switch out. Okay, craftsman hammer, here we go. Wasn't paying attention to my durability. And of course, fighting phantoms is Usually goes bad. Oh, he just hit me with acid. Dude, that freaking... This guy's annoying. Not doing such a great job at fighting him either, but I got the backstab there, so. There we go. Two hits from the Craftsman Hammer takes those out too. That's not bad at all. My durability, not so bad. I did get hit with that pot, but. Alrighty. So make sure you pick up the soul fragment. And all the way at the bottom. Got a pale stone inside of there and some more enemies. Hooray. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to kill them as easy because we don't have our hammer anymore, our big hammer. But we should do just fine. Just enough stamina there to roll away. Oh man, their reach is deceptive. Last one fell back down. Finally. Majestic greatsword. And that's it for down here. Got the item inside of the ash. So on the way back up, there's going to be an item on this kind of central column. Lone Great Bow, +5. And then this item that we passed when we first started looping down these stairs, Silver Talisman. These guys throwing bombs at us. Don't really care about them. I'm not going to fight them. Go out of my way. Not worth my time. Alrighty. Go back across. That's just a dead end, but we need to make sure that we got that Ashen idol for the soul fragment. Alright, so we want to go back through here where the bonfire was. Yeah, it is unfortunate that with the old Knight's Hammer that we... I didn't get the warning that it was in danger. I got that same warning and it broke at the same time. So rest to get all our stuff back. So right here we can pick up the Spell Quartz Ring +3. Then we can get Magic Stone. So this is an interesting room. There are some secrets here. I'm going to leave this door closed for now because there's a giant dude back there. And we got these guys, the exploders. So the thing is these heads, if you hit them, they can slide. And they can damage the enemy if they're blowing fire on top of the enemy, see? They can also damage you. And the spikes can damage you too. So wait for a gap, and then we're going to roll through. So you see this wall is cracked. If you lure a barrel guy here and blow it up, then you can bust the wall and get some treasure. Oh geez, that was close. Oh man, I don't know how that didn't hit me. I don't know how I got away with that. I was mashing square to heal and I wasn't healing. So I'm going to hit this one. Send it down. Oh, still hit me. There's two of them. See if that one will come over here. Nope. Oh, now when I'm trying to heal, they disappear and they cause problems. There we go. I went all the way down here. Fortunately, they leave themselves open. And now, fighting this guy back here. A little bit of cramped quarters, but... And I don't have my normal weapon, unfortunately. It does have combos, and you can get hit by the backswing, as you just saw there. So I don't like to leave myself with much health on the table there, because you see he can do a number in a single hit. Much better with the old Knight's Hammer, but we'll make it work. With what we got. Oh, I stunned him and I went for it, but then I ran out of stamina. Double hit. No. I was prepared for the double hit. There we go, got him. Okay, so the reason why I left these gates closed is because the exploding barrel guys are behind them, and I didn't want to waste them all. If they all came out and followed me and blew up when I didn't want them to blow up. So now I'm going to open just this one and kind of funnel them to where I want them to go so I can blow up the... There's two spots with the walls, with the cracked walls. All right, buddy. You first. One of you. In here to do my bidding. First, we want to lure down here to this wall. Blow him up right here. He reveals this wall. Petrified Dragon Bone. 8 of them. Pretty hefty haul there. So next one, we want to lure down this hallway. Kind of near where the fire head is. All right, buddy, keep going, keep going. There we go. And against the wall, like right next to the spikes there is where we want him to go. All right, getting there, getting warmer. And kaboom! That's the second one. All right, we get the Katarina gauntlets and leggings. More Onion Bro armor. We got the helmet in the previous DLC. So now we're getting ever so closer to the full armor set. So really, these don't do anything opening up these gates really, but it just makes the room more wide open, I guess. And this gate we chose not to open. It's the first one that we came across. It's not really going to matter anyways in a bit because we're about to get a bigger shortcut. So we'll be just fine. All right, so to the left, we're going to go through this. Through here. Up this ladder. Of a dried root. And a big ol' shortcut. So remember, that's the room where we were just at. You got there by dropping down that ladder. So this cuts out that entire spot. Takes us back to our bonfire. Which we are going to go back to Majula. I need to repair my hammer.
I knew.
Anything else that may be broken? Nope, we're
I'll
good.
be around if you make it back.
Oops, I don't mean to use an SS flask there. Let's see. Here we go. Put it back on, and we're good to go. See if we can get a level.
There until
All right, we'll go on and put it into HP. Confirm. And that's going to do it for today. In the next episode, we're going to pick things back up in the Fire DLC. And I anticipate it'll be 4 episodes similar to the last one, where the next episode is going to be spent getting to the bosses. Episode 3 will be, in this DLC, will be defeating those bosses. And then episode 4 will be kind of the quote-unquote challenge area, similar to Cave of the Dead in the last DLC. There's an area similar to that in this DLC as well. So more to come. Stay tuned and appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we are getting so close to the end, so close to the end. We got this, the rest of this DLC, one more DLC left, and then it's pretty much it. So anyways, appreciate y'all for joining in on the journey. And of course, I'm going to cover all the other stuff related to the trophies as well, including New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus, which is actually required for some of the spells. So yeah, lots still to come, and looking forward to all of it. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Take care.